Hello there, people of YouTube. It is I, Godzelda123, and today is another episode of Godzelda Rambles. So on today's episode of Godzelda Rambles, we are taking a look at The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Wow. 2 episodes in and I'm already talking about a controversial subject. I'm off to a great start. Anyway, so yes, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is, to say the least, a bit divisive amongst not only the Zelda community, but the gaming community in general. It gets a lot of hate. Like, a lot of hate. Way too much hate. It's insane. So, what I'm here to talk about is I'm going to list just kind of the however many big issues people have with this game and defend it. What was that? What was that all about? This is blocking? Now the biggest complaint people have with this game is easily the motion controls. Now this is kind of interesting because for me personally, the motion controls worked like pretty much flawlessly. You know, when I would swing my sword left, he would swing it left. When I would swing right, he would go right. I mean, it was one-to-one like they advertised, and to me it worked fine. But it seems like other people, it just either didn't work or they're not using it right. So I guess that's kind of a tricky point to defend because I thought it worked fine. Maybe different versions of the game didn't work as well, which would be odd and not very Nintendo-like. So, wow. Another issue people have with the game is kind of the linear gameplay. You know, Skyloft, there's the open world, but it isn't like in Hyrule where you can just kind of go from point A to point B and you can kind of explore. Now, in my opinion, the way that they did this, I kind of felt like I was exploring a little bit more, because you would you know, you'd start up in the sky, you get your little bird, and then you'd fall down to kind of a new territory. That was kind of cool. But you're the first one there, and it's kind of this new, cool world, and I don't know. I enjoyed the direction they went, but I guess I could see why some people prefer the other way, but this is kind of probably might be the final big issue, is people had a problem with the companion, Fee. Is it Fee? Fi? Fo? Fum? I'm just gonna call her Fee because that's how I've been calling her. Now, in my opinion, this is another kind of tricky one because when I first played through the game, first of all, Skyward Sword was my very first Zelda game, and it is easily my favorite of the Zelda games, if not one of my favorite games of all time. So having Fee around really helped because I just didn't really know how Zelda functioned, but now kind of replaying it because I've replayed the game a lot. After about my 5th time going through, I was like, okay, Fee, I get it, dousing, you press down and then you douse. You know, so I could see she got kind of annoying, but at the very end, it brought tears to my eyes, and I gained a lot of respect for the companion of the goddess. You know, I liked Fee. I thought she was really, you know, good. I liked her, so, I don't know, that's just me. But now for some positive stuff, because you know what? Who likes being negative? I'm a positive person. So let's just talk about the things that I really enjoyed about this game. Now, first of all, if you don't know this already, I am a huge Zelda fan. I mean, like, I got a Zelda hat. I'm wearing a Zelda shirt. A goddamn Zelda wallet. But not only am I a big Zelda fan, but I'm a super big fan of the shipping between Zelda and Link, which may sound kind of weird to be just a huge fan of a ship, I guess, but clearly, you have never shipped before, if you think that way. And clearly, you've never shipped Zelda and Link. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Yes, I really love Zelda and Link, and especially in Skyward Sword, because you face it, guys. It's canon. Those two have shipped, and they ship like shipping ship. It's bullshit. For anyone out there who's on Tumblr and is sick of seeing a bunch of Skyward Sword hate, I highly suggest you check out this blog called Heroine of Wisdom. Heroine, is it heroine, heroine? I can never pronounce it. Either way, Heroine or Heroine of Wisdom. She runs a really cool blog. She likes Skyward Sword, like myself. Ships Zelda and Link a little bit too much, like myself. And she's super cool, so go check her out. So aside from the really, really cute moments with Zelda and Link and the fact that it's pretty much canon, I also really enjoyed, I'm just going to list a few things and this video will be over. I really enjoyed the music. I mean, I freaking love Zelda music. Like, it's... oh, I love it so much. It's really good. Not only was the music great, but the art style and the graphics, or whatever you want to call it, was just amazing. It looked like a painting, you know? Especially the scenery, you know, when you would, like, first land in the Faron Woods and you just kind of see the trees and everything, or when you're flying through the sky on your loft wing and you're soaring through the clouds. It was beautiful. And it's not even an HD game, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Another thing that I love is the villain, Gira. Was it Gira him? Gooey, Dewey, Huey, Bluey. Yes, Giraham was a really well done villain. I loved his design. I loved how flamboyant he was. We'll just leave it at that. Really great addition to the Zelda villain roster, and I enjoyed kicking his ass. Like most Zelda games, however, this game did a really good job at immersing me into the world. You know, I felt like when I was running through Skyloft, it felt like a living, breathing town. You know, there's a lot of little details, even little things like flags from the festivals. I don't know, I just kind of noticed little things like that. It was gorgeous to look at. I really wanted to live there, and the first couple minutes of the game, like the very first where you're in Skyloft with Zelda and Link, it's got this feel to it. That's why I replayed it so much, because I just wanted to relive that moment. It felt like my own little world. And that's just something that Zelda has always been good at, and that's something that Skyward Sword especially excels at, and that's part of the reason why I love the game. And it's I'm obviously very biased about the game, because it was my first Zelda game, and it kind of got me hooked into this whole Zelda craze that is my life. But I think it just gets way too much hate because it was trying to just do something different, and in my opinion, I think that's kind of ridiculous, because if you really just kind of, how can I explain this? If you just look at the game for what it did right, because you can't really deny that the music is great, the graphics are great, the characters are great. I know that's technically subjective, but most people can agree with that, and they just tend to focus a bit on the negative and not on the positive aspects of the game. I think if you were to just do that, you would see that the game is really good. It's just another amazing Zelda game, and if you maybe tried it, didn't like it, pick it up, try it again. It still holds up after all those years. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this probably way too long video. I am Godzelda 123 signing